Well,
Mario 3. So we
soft
actually saw
segue. I'm sick of people scalping and all of this stuff. I mean, it's not technically scalping, but it's just annoying.
Wait, what are you saying? What?
I'm saying all these auctions, all these people making bidding wars and all these games and
Wait.
consoles
This
and
is nothing to do with scalping.
Yeah, can I just explain
there
the
is no
concept of
segue.
scalping?
There's no segue.
So scalping, the idea of scalping is buying something that has limited availability and then selling it for more, right?
Yeah,
Mario 3
whoever
is not
bought
in a
this-
limited availability. It's not available.
Well,
What do you mean?
well, I don't know. Maybe they bought it knowing that in 20, 30 years time it will be in limited availability, and then they'll sell it, which is
Yeah.
exactly what happened.
So
You say
what
that,
happened
you
was-
say that
Poor
as a
thing
guy that
scalping.
regularly buys and resells stuff without opening it all the
Oh,
time.
don't
No,
be
hang
like,
on.
he'll get
That is
killed
not
if
true. How
It's not
dare
true.
you,
He's
sir?
never done that.
How
He's
dare
never done
you?
that.
I've
He's
never
never
actually
done
done that. I have bought stuff and not opened it, but that's just because I'm an idiot and I forget
And then
to
sold
play
it at
the
a
game.
profit by accident.
No, I've never sold. I've never had that. I can't think of a single thing where I've done that.
I'm counting
Okay.
trading in as selling, by the way.
But that's
still-
different because I bought it and sold it almost immediately
to the same
to
store.
another store. No, it was a different store. It was a store across the
No,
road. Okay,
Same brand
It's
though.
different. No, it was actually quite a different brand
Okay,
as well.
all right, Mario
but
3.
anyway,
Mario 3.
Getting back
Mario
to this, so
Back
Mario
to Mario
3,
3.
our definition of console platforming perfection, the sealed copy of it was sold for 150,000 US.
That's crazy.
This was at Heritage Auctions. They've been doing these auctions almost like on a monthly basis, and the pricing of all the items are just getting more and more and more. This copy was actually, like, the backstory was the guy who sold it, he bought the game when it came out, and then he just never got around to playing it. That's what he said. He goes, I got it, and then I just kind of forgot about it, left it in the cupboard. So what a incredible decision that this guy's made. So it's in pristine condition, pretty much. I think it was a 9.2. And yeah,
How
so
do we
it sold
know
for
it's
150.
how do you, with stuff like this, and conscious of what we discussed the other week, how do people know what's actually inside, that it's not just a fake resealed copy or
Well, they have
a copy that
certification.
was
It's like comic books. They have certification. So there's a group that you can go to, and they check it out and do all that kind of stuff. So
But I wonder how they know. Like, do they have another copy
So,
they can compare it to? How do you
without getting
definitely
way into the
100%
weeds,
know?
but because they see these things all the time, even the type of plastic is very particular. And it's actually hard to get, the way that
Right.
plastic has been sealed and everything like that. So people do try to counterfeit these things.
I'd assume so, yeah.
And that's one way that they've been able to detect it. So
Okay.
I don't know all
Interesting.
the ways they do it, but it's big money. So they'd be doing
This
it well.
specific version apparently also had it was like a rare variant of the box, apparently.
Well, and I kind of question the whole rare variant thing, because you're right. Like, it's the first printing, and they had the Bros on the left side, not the right side. But supposedly
Bros
that's maybe
Mario Brothers?
like, yeah, Super Mario Bros. But it's on the left and not the right hand side. But supposedly that was like 10% of the copies were like that,
yeah, I
or
mean,
even higher.
Well, that's
So
still-
I wouldn't say that's rare, but
It's not rare. It's rarer. Well, actually, at what percentage does something become rare?
yeah, I don't think anything that's 10%.
10 or
is
less? I don't know.
rare. I think it needs to be like hundreds of items max.
I just love that we covered the story in the very first episode of the show. So this is episode 20. So back in episode 1, where the previous world record of Super Mario Brothers was 114k. I love the fact that we've gone 20
Full circle.
episodes and now a new record, and it kind of killed it. It beat it by like 35, 36,000. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and that one's kind of crazy, dude, because that, like, the Super Mario Bros. That they were selling, like, and they were sealed as well, they actually were rare, because that was like a printing that they did as a test market thing for just New York and that tri-state region. So, like, people don't know how many there are, but they're not many, and there's certainly hardly any that are sealed. So I kind of almost get that, because that's such a, I don't know. I still feel like Super Mario Brothers is more of an important game than Super Mario Brothers 3. And the fact that it's like a test market, it's the revival of the video game industry in America. Like, I feel like if one of those went for sale again, it would go for a lot more. But yeah, it's a funny space. Yeah, you do wonder, like, in 10 years' time, are these things selling for $1 million? and like all these people that look silly
Possibly.
now, like who knows, maybe.
Well, I mean,
Maybe.
there's people who, I'm not going to say $1 million is chump change, but you'll find people where 150k, yeah, no problem. I'll get 150k lying around
Yeah.
to buy a video game.
Yeah, and a lot of these people I think aren't necessarily video game people. I think they're already in the collecting scene, like baseball
Yeah,
cards, coins, and all that stuff. So I think they just view it as like another pop culture thing to sell and buy. So
Speaking of baseball cards, I do want to make a very quick apology to anyone listening to the podcast from last week when I was opening up a packet of baseball cards and made all that noise, which I think came through the recording because the mute button didn't work. So
wait, why were you opening? What were they actually baseball cards?
Yeah, like wait, okay, so this is so behind the scenes.
All
right, wait, let me explain it. This is so behind the scenes.
Thaddeus Young, I've got Chris Levert.
No, wait, I want to explain, Michael. Like, so this is so behind the scenes though. So you had to go off for a break, Swinny, and then we were talking about rarity in baseball cards and amiibos and things like that. And I was talking about Jordan cards being rare, and there's a specific order. And Mike had a pack of that series in '86.
Well, I don't know. I don't think it was that series. I thought it might have been along those series. So I'm like,
so when opened it.
But why do you have
baseball cards? I don't know, because I
live in Australia.
I don't know.
I have baseball cards.
It's the same reason I sometimes wear women's underwear. I don't know. I just
having baseball cards in Australia where baseball isn't a thing here. Like what?
Baseball? No, so basketball. You said baseball. You meant to say basketball.
No, sorry. These are basketball cards.
Oh, that's a difference.
Basketball cards. Baseball
sorry,
cards.
We both didn't pick up on that because we knew we were talking about Jordan.
I've been into baseball as well. Not as much as
oh, man.
All right, back to Mario and staying with Mario news.